I would love to start the morning by telling you what a great year it's been for impact and sustainability investing, but I think most of you here will be aware it's continued to be a difficult and challenging time. This year in particular, we've had the challenge of the effects of the wars in the Middle East and Ukraine. We've had the US elections, which I'll say no more about, and we've had I think a lot of interest from investors has been diverted somewhat understandably towards the AI sector. We are, as most of you know, we're a focused single strategy specialist investment manager, and we only invest in companies that solve sustainability challenges. And we've continued to make that our sole focus. What I would say is that positive impact investing is something that WHEB have a track record now of almost 20 years. So somewhat inevitably within that 20 years, we have seen some very good times and we've seen some very bad times, but that hasn't changed the focus of what we do. And it hasn't changed the focus because we believe in the long-term opportunities in impact investing. We know that there will always be more opportunities when times are difficult. We have conviction in our process, we have conviction in our role as thought leaders, and we also have conviction in our team. We are regarded as pioneers in this sector, and we have an extraordinary and I think very well-deserved reputation in the market. So what this slide demonstrates is that we continue to receive recognition in the industry for what we do, and these are some of the awards that WHEB has received over the past year. Interestingly, I'm not sure if the word is serendipitous, but it was as we were all here together last year that the FCA announced the Sustainability Disclosure Requirements, the SDR. We all had to amend our notes a little bit because we were talking about it in coming. So 12 months on, I think it's fitting in a way that as pioneers in this sector, WHEB was the first listed equity fund to be able to claim the label of impact, which I know has been a struggle for many in our industry. So we have already changed the name of the fund to include the impact label, and we've published an updated version of our prospectus that was done in September. It is important to us that there is momentum in this labeling process. It's important to us that this is a sector which is well populated by competitors and that it has integrity and it has substance. So pretty much the first thing that we did once we had been able to claim the label ourselves was to be very open and transparent. We've published articles about how we did it. We ran an open webinar, which was hugely well attended, to basically explain and to help others in the industry come into the impact sector, which we want to be a vibrant, legitimate, well-populated sector. Here today, there are several partners and businesses that we've worked with, and they're exhibiting in the Florence Hall, and I would encourage you to go and speak to them when we have our coffee and lunch breaks. Just in case there are anyone there that you're not familiar with, City Hive is a think tank and advocacy group which has a mission to democratize access to investing and investments. Business Declares, you may be familiar with, is a non-for-profit organization. The senior leaders have a vast range of experience in SME, B Corp, FTSE 100 sectors. And it was founded from a belief that business has a major role to play in tackling climate, ecological, and social emergency. Papyrus, an amazing charity. It is dedicated to the promotion of positive mental health and the prevention of suicide in young people. Net Purpose have built a high-quality sustainability data set, which really enables impact investors to build their own approach to impact measurement and have a high conviction in the impact of the investments they make. FutureFit offers free, I'll emphasize the free, methodology and guidance to help companies, investors, advisors play their part in building a truly sustainable world. Make It Wild, I've already told them upstairs how much I love their name. Make It Wild have an essence statement rather than a mission statement. They're a very passionate, community-engaged organisation who take direct action to regenerate the land and create a thriving biodiverse ecosystem. And another Wild, and they are standing together upstairs, Wilder Carbon is a voluntary carbon standard, really delivering high-quality conservation projects in the UK that result in long-term carbon lockup and real biodiversity gains. Moving on, the agenda for today. Following me, we'll have a keynote speech by Guy Singh-Watson, who my colleague George will introduce shortly afterwards. We have two panels today. The first one is on the progress to net zero carbon transition. The second one is on SDR. We also have our own presentation on our investment portfolio and a Q&A following that with the executives here at WHEB.